Have you ever heard of the rumor it's best to book your travel before the end of the year because in January there is a scheduled price release? Well, is this true? We have travel expert Ginny Maurer here to answer this question and much more. What we want you to do is get your questions ready. Here's how you do that. You can text that question to 336-379-5775. And of course, your questions are answered in real time. All right, so Ginny, let's go right to it. Travel rumor, you should book your travel before the end of the year. Is that true?
It actually is. There are some great sales. Now, there is not technically scheduled price increases, but right now is when everything is on sale. Now, depending also on what you're looking to travel, January, there's a big push also on cruises. So what you're looking to do does obviously depend, but right now is a great time to be booking.
Okay, so, but there's not a scheduled price increase like all the rates go up January 1st.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about how far in advance that you can actually book travel.
Okay. So if you're looking at some type of a land tour or all-inclusive or just going somewhere on the land, you can book those usually about a year in advance. Now, with that in mind, air can only be scheduled 330 days in advance, and you're going to get the best pricing if we can package it. Believe it or not, cruises are actually available through most of 2026 right now.
Oh my goodness,
so,
okay.
Yes, and the best pricing on a cruise is always the earlier the better.
All right, and of course, there's one caveat this year about your air travel, that you really want to make it early if you're going to a specific area.
Yes, if you were planning on going to Europe and not due to the Olympics, air is absolutely just crazy. And not just Paris, because Paris, of course, is high, but everyone's looking for alternate routes. You maybe we'll go into Germany and we'll take a train, or we'll go to London and take a train or a small flight. But air anytime between April and late August is very expensive right now for Europe. So I would either one, consider maybe a different destination, or look at it and let's grab it.
Gotcha. Look at it and let's grab it. Be tracking those prices. All right. So that's the next question. People always ask, how do I get the best prices? Do I wait for it? Do I lock it in early?
So air is unfortunately one of those very, very unpredictable items. What I tend to tell my clients is that we have to find a price that you're comfortable with, that's reasonable, based on the trends, and really grab it. You can't, predict, oh, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? As a general rule, I like to say about 120 days to 90 to 120 days is the best. But again, there's always those exceptions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the Olympics and Europe might be that exception this summer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's say we have people that we love in our family and they love to travel and we want to get them something for the holidays, but we don't know what kind of carry-on that they would want. We don't know what kind of sleeping mask that they would want. They are very particular. What do we do about that?
So actually, one of the greatest gifts right now is a travel certificate. If you don't know what exactly someone wants, most of your travel agencies these days, your reputable travel agencies, are going to have a gift certificate that you can purchase to give to them and then actually hopefully build that great vacation for them.
All right. Now, again, we do want to take your questions. The number there at the bottom corner of the screen, 336-379-5775. I know this year it's a little bit different, isn't it? If you're going to go to Europe and you're going to be there after January 1st, when you come back or when you go or something like that, isn't there something going on with Europe that you have to pay a little something extra?
There is a new visa that's coming into play. However, and it was scheduled to start on January 1st. It has now been delayed just because they don't have all the workings and the websites and everything up. But it's about a $12 visa that you will have to pay, and it is good for 3 years.
Okay, well, everybody's probably kind of glad that they've pushed it off just a little bit, because trying to travel over the holidays is kind of crazy enough not to even have all of that add in as well, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and so for people who are looking at making their travel plans for next year, should they be concentrating already on summer?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Believe it or not, we're already seeing, and again, the demand has just increased. Ever since what I like to call the pause where we had in travel for several years, the demand is crazy. We are already seeing many resorts, many hotels, many tours and cruises already sold out. And that is driving pricing up.
Okay, and I know one of the main questions we normally get is, should I insure my trip? Do I insure just the $300 trip that I'm taking to Florida for like a long weekend versus insuring the trip that you're taking like overseas or taking the cruise?
So I always recommend travel insurance, but definitely for an international trip. What most people don't realize is that once you go outside the United States, your general health insurance generally does not cover you. So you want to make sure that that is covered, even if you step on a ship, if you're, in the Caribbean, if you're in Europe. If you're just going to, say we're going to go down to Florida for the weekend or for a long week, you want to consider it still just because you want to make sure that it's refundable. You never can tell, especially when people are booking far in advance, what could potentially happen to you or a family member or someone traveling with you.
Yeah, so I think that's two different kinds of insurance, Ron. One is the health insurance that will cover you no matter what, and then the other one is like trip insurance if there's delays or that kind of stuff. All right, when we can talk a little bit more in detail about that if we get questions. We're going to take a quick break. We got your questions coming up next.